Right, I'm going to go through the study guide for Unit 4, Part 1. Feel free to skip around in this video to the parts that you need explanations on. So first four, we're writing slope-intercept form. Remember that's going to be y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope, all right, and then b is our y-intercept. So they gave us the two pieces of information that we need, the slope and the y-intercept. So it's going to be y equals 4/5 x, and then my y-intercept is -8, so I'm going to write -8. Okay, here my slope is -1. Usually we don't write -1x, we just write -x, and then -5 because my y-intercept is -5. My slope here is going to be y equals 7/5 x and then -2. And then this one, same thing, 7/6 x and then -8. Okay. All right, in our next section of questions, we're finding the slope of each line. We can pick our own points to use. So I'm going to draw 2 points somewhere that's on a corner. All right, from here to here, I need to go up 2, but over 0. And remember, if 0 is on the bottom, that is undefined. Okay, if you also recognize that a straight up and down vertical line has an undefined slope, you don't even have to do the math. That is totally fine. Okay. All right, number 6. Okay, let's see. That looks like it's on a corner, and that looks like it's on a corner. So that is down 1 over 1. So down 1, -1 over 1, and that simplifies to just -1. For this one, let's see, I have a point at 0, 0, and then the next one that looks like a perfect ordered pair is there. Okay, so I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be -3 over 4, which is simplified. So that's it. All right, this one, I see a point right here and a point right there. So that is down 2, right 1. -2 over 1 would simplify to just -2. Okay. Now let's see, we got an order pair point right there, and looks like right there. So we're going up 1, 2, 3 over 1. All right, so 3 over 1 would simplify to just 3. And then here, let's see, looks like that would be a good place, and looks like that would be a good place. So that is up 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. So 2 over 3 and 2/3 is simplified. All right, now we're finding the slope from 2 points. Okay, remember I showed you 2 ways. So there's the formula, all right, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or we can just draw lines and make sure we're subtracting y's on the top and x's on the bottom. All right, so I have 7 minus -4 over -4 minus -6. All right, so minus -4 is the same thing as plus, so I'm going to have 11 on the top, and then -4 plus 6 would be 2. So 11 over 2 is my simplified slope. All right, number 12, same thing, y minus y, x minus x. So 8 minus 16 over 20 minus 9. All right, 8 minus 16 is -8. 20 minus 9 is 11. -8 over 11 is simplified. Okay, here we go again. Y minus y, x minus x. So I have -13 minus 8, and then 17 minus 17. So -13 minus 8 is -21. 17 minus 17 is 0. 0 on the bottom is undefined. Okay. All right, now we have 3 minus 3 over 19 minus 20. 3 minus 3 is 0. 19 minus 20 is -1. 0 over anything is 0. For 15, y minus y, x minus x. 0 minus -15 over 3 minus negative 11. All right, so that is the same as 0 plus 15, which is 15. And then 3 plus 11 is 14. 15 over 14 is a simplified fraction, so we're good there. And then this one, oh, sorry, my marker got a little off there. All right, so on the top we have negative 2 minus 10, and on the bottom we have 19 minus negative 11. All right, negative 2 minus 10 is negative 12. 19 plus 11 would be 30. Okay. Negative 12 over 30 can simplify to negative 2 over 5. So both of those are divisible by 6. Or if you're using Desmos, it can simplify that fraction for you. All right, moving on to page 3. Now we are graphing. Okay. Remember, in slope-intercept form, mx plus b, this tells me the y-intercept, where that graph touches the y-axis. And then I'm going to use my slope to count to the next point. So the y-intercept here is negative 2. So my first point goes at negative 2 on the y-axis. I have a slope of 7 over 2. Positive 7 means I'm going to go up 7. And then positive 2 means I'm going to go right 2. So from my original point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 2. There is my next point. Normally we try to get at least 3, but if I were to keep counting here to 7, I'm way off the graph. If I reverse it and go down, I'm still off the graph. So if we can only fit 2, we can only fit 2. All right, and then we draw our line with arrows on either side. Okay, here, y equals negative 6x plus 3. So we have a y-intercept of positive 3. And then my slope is negative 6. I need a fraction, so I'm going to put it over 1. So negative 6 means I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then over 1. Okay, if I keep going, I'm out of room. If I reverse it, I can't fit 6 either, so that's going to be what my graph looks like. You should do a much better job of drawing straight lines than I am on my computer, but it should look something like that. All right, here we have y equals negative 5, okay? Remember, in slope-intercept form, it's mx plus b, all right? So there is no number next to x, all right? That tells me that my slope has to be 0. All right, the reason I know my slope has to be 0 is if I had 0x minus 5, I wouldn't need to write it because 0 times anything is just 0, and that's how we end up with y equals negative 5. All right, so that means I have a slope of negative 5, or sorry, a y-intercept of negative 5, and then a slope of 0 means I have a flat horizontal line at negative 5. Okay, I'm going to show you another way to help you remember this. So if I look at this point right here, that point is 0, negative 5. This is another point on my graph that is 1, negative 5. Here's another point on my graph that is 4, negative 5. If you notice on my flat horizontal line, all of my y's are negative 5. They're all the same and they're all negative 5. That's why the equation is y equals negative 5. Okay. All right, so this one we have a y-intercept of 1, and my slope is 6 over 5, so I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of off the graph. I'm going to do it anyway. And then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then we can also reverse it, so I can go down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and so then I draw my line through those points, put arrows on each end. All right, 1/4 x plus 2, so my y-intercept is positive 2. And then my slope, I'm going to go up 1, right 4. So up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I would not have enough room to do another one, but I can go back to my original and reverse it. So I can go down 1, left 4. Okay, that way I have my 3 points to draw a line. There we go. All right, now we have x equals 5. Okay, if you remember when we did y equals just a number, That was a horizontal line. So x equals a number is a vertical line. So at x equals 5, I'm going to draw a straight up and down vertical line. Okay, now same thing to show you. I'm going to pick 3 points on here. Okay, so this point right here is 5, 3. This point right here is 5, 0, and this point right here is 5, -4. All right, so what's the same? The x values are the same, and they are all equal to 5. Okay, so maybe that'll help you remember which one is horizontal and which one is vertical. All right, moving on to the last page. We are still graphing, but these equations are not in slope-intercept form, so we have to get them there first. Okay, so I am going to subtract x so I can get y by itself. So that gives me 4y equals -x plus 16. Remember, we're writing the x first because that's slope-intercept form. All right, and then last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide everything by 4. Okay, so y equals, there's an imaginary 1 in front of my x there. So -1/4 is simplified. So I have -1/4 x plus 16 divided by 4 is 4. And now I can graph that. So I'm going to go to 4 on my y-axis. And then my slope is -1/4. So that's going to be down 1 over 4. Okay, if I could reverse this, I would go up 1, left 4. All right, and my graph's going to look like that. Okay. Same thing here, I got to get y by itself. The opposite of -6x is plus 6x, so I'm going to add 6x to both sides. So I have 4y equals 6x minus 12. Okay, then let's divide everything by 4. All right, so y equals 6 over 4 can be simplified to 3 over 2, and then -12 divided by 4 is -3. So I put my y-intercept at -3. And then I'm going to go up 3 over 2. And I still have room to do it again. So up 3 over 2. There's my 3 points. Draw a line. Arrows on the end. Okay. Now, got to get y by itself. So minus 4x on both sides. So I have 3y equals -4x plus 3. And then I'm going to divide everything by 3. And I get y equals -4 over 3 is simplified. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. So my y-intercept is 1. I have a slope of -4/3, so I'm going to go down 4 over 3. All right, and then I can reverse it and go up 4, left 3. All right, straight line through my points and drawing arrows on both ends. All right, one more where we got to get y by itself. Subtract 3x from both sides. And I get y equals -3x minus 4. The y is already by itself, so I'm good there. My y-intercept is going to be -4, and then my slope is going to be -3 over 1. I don't have room to go down 3, so I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to go up 3, left 1. And I can keep going up 3, left 1. I might have room for even one more. Up 3, left 1. So we could fit 4 on this one. All right, and then I draw my line and put arrows on both sides. Okay. And then last little piece, we have a graph and we need to write the equation. Okay, so for slope, I need to find 2 points on here. There's one there and one there. So my slope is down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. All right, -4 over 1 simplifies to -4. My y-intercept is at +4. So my equation is y equals -4x plus 4. All right, same thing here. Let's find 2 points. We got one there and one there. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Okay, so 4 over 1 is 4. The y-intercept is down here at -4. So my equation is going to be y equals 4x minus 4, since my y-intercept is -4. Okay, remember we're not going to write plus negative. It's just too many extra things, it gets confusing. Okay, here, let's see, we got a point here and a point there. So that's going to be down 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be negative 3 over 4 as my slope. The y-intercept is right here at positive 4. So my equation would be y equals negative 3/4 x plus 4. All right, and then last one, I got a point here, and I got a point, I think, right there. So that would be up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2. All right, so 5/2 is my slope. The y-intercept is negative 4. So my equation is y equals 5/2 x minus